Hello, hello, hello. Hopefully we're back. Crazy Town. Hey, everybody. Sorry about that, guys. We had a power hit here. Everything is back to normal now. That problem is about to go away. I have the whole house generator set up out there. I'm going to send out an app thing here and just let people know I'm back. We have that generator coming in from Ward Electric because they're awesome, and we are going to have that up. I think Tuesday we're getting things finished up. So I figured I'd have one problem to go before before things quit on me here. So let me just put this out there. Nick is back live. You'll get an update on your. I think you will at least. Come on. All right, it's acting screwy. You'll find me. All right, we are back though. The things I endure. Thunderstorms continuing. You know, that wasn't a lightning hit. There was no wind going on. I don't know what the deal was. Power just flickered a little bit, and so it kicked me off after the second one. We did get that first attempt through. I did get a new warning out there for Texas, for Tyler, Jasper, and Newton County as that storm continues. It was hailing in Fort Johnson. I actually did see that, and I don't know why I rage quit my computer here. I did see that in the Slack notifications. Pea-size hail at Fort Johnson. They also reported that from the actual official observation out there. So thank you for that, and keep those reports coming. Again, sorry we got kicked off there for a second. We are back now, and that's part of the game for right now, but we are getting that generator installed here, so I cannot wait, so I don't have to worry about that. And then we get the battery backup that'll keep it going long enough to bridge that gap. We're good to go. So for now, though, thunderstorms are occurring across the area. You can see, actually, since we left here, new storms forming just south of that outflow. That's going to join up, and when we start to see that kind of stuff, when we start to see this behavior, that's when I start to worry about things kind of slowing down. You get that inflow of storms from the south, you have that outflow pushing from the west to the east, and you will see these combine and create some really heavy rainfall and possibly lasting for a decent period of time. So that is what we are looking at right now. Still have that warning in effect. Let me pause it so I can just show you the warning text there for Vernon and Rapides Parish until 4:45. That another 46 minutes, and it looks like that storm is pretty healthy. When we're seeing those pinks like that right up against the radar, that is showing the small hail that we're seeing. Let's actually take a look and see what the hail swath is looking like. Kind of messy. You know, a lot of times we'll see that core, that really stout kind of core, and it looks like this one may actually be kind of branching off, and that southern end may be getting a little stronger, and then seeing the potential for some small hail out of these storms in northern Beauregard Parish as well, and those storms out there into Texas. And we have no shortage of more storm activity out to the west as well. There you go. There's your bigger picture, and actually what I'm going to do is pull that national radar up again. This is just a composite of all the radars. You can see not as high resolution, but this shows us those thunderstorms that are forming out west. Here's our monster cell over Vernon moving into Rapides, and let's take a look at the camera, see what we're seeing here in Alexandria. There's your rainfall forecast, and there's the dark skies. I am going to move the camera because that is something I can do. So if I can do it, you better believe I'm gonna. So here we go. Just gonna nudge this a little to the right, and there we go. Dark skies, threatening skies as we look from the Cenla Broadcasting tower camera to the west toward, looking out toward Tunks and the Coliseum. You can see Coliseum over here on the right, and what is that? What water tower? The one on the west end of town there, probably out toward Lagniappe Theater. And you can see up here that we are in the juice here, 77 with a dew point of 73. It's nasty out there. It's humid. Lots of fuel for these thunderstorms. And we are going to see more development through the evening and the night. Looks like it's going to be a long one. On the severe end of things, I think, you know, the threat is there for severe weather. Obviously, we have warnings right now. I really think the most widespread issue is going to be, in some way, shape, or form here, this corridor, roughly like this, that is where we are going to see the threat for some very heavy rainfall. And as these storms just kind of move across the same locations, those training to the east, those are going to create some flooding problems. Most likely area is in this blue circle. So Avoyelles, Rapides, Vernon, Beauregard, Allen, Evangeline, St. Landry Parish, you look like you are going to see a ton of rainfall over the next several hours. There's going to be rain to the north of that, but it does not look like it's going to be quite as excessive. Now, we do have flood watches in the area. For the entire area. And yes, rainfall better than tornadoes, but man, we have just had so much of that lately. Now, the good news is when we get further out into the future, things are looking better. So it looks like we, after this round, and when I say this round, I mean through tomorrow night, after that, things are looking like they're going to improve. So let's pull it back to the Fort Johnson radar, take a look at that, and then I'll probably step aside for a few minutes, recollect things, do some forecasting, because we have so much more ahead here in this system that, so I'm going to basically peel off for a bit. This warning looks like it'll probably get expanded to the east. It'll probably, start to trim back on the west side as well, but thunderstorms are starting that training. They're starting to come together here across the area, and this is the beginning of a long, long evening into tomorrow morning. Regarding like school field days tomorrow, I know we do t-shirts, so we've been doing tons of these, and I know a lot of them were last week. We have some that are going to be going on tomorrow. I know some have already canceled. I think we have a break in the morning from the really heavy stuff, and then we get another threat for storms later in the day. Though, again, if you were watching earlier, I think that's mainly going to be over the southeastern half of the area, which I know is not good for graduations in the evening. But at least there is some hope for a good part of the area to be improving by late in the afternoon and evening. So we will probably see a better chance to get those things in up in Manny, Natchitoches, Winfield, Shreveport, Ruston. I think things will be clearing out. Unfortunately, down here, it's a little bit more questionable. So I'm going to watch, see how these storms interact with this one. You can see it's right over the radar site, so I will do one thing here and look at the velocity as this crosses over. Not seeing anything jumping out saying, hey, there's rotation or incredibly strong winds here, but there is that severe thunderstorm warning for that hail that we have already been seeing, and then the wind gusts possibly up to 60 miles per hour. This is all going to translate onto the east and move into Rapides Parish over the next few minutes, and I'll be watching it, and I will come back on live here as this approaches, but I am going to step off for a little bit here. See you back in just a bit.